Welcome back, community. For those who are new to the channel, we talk about investing, saving, budgeting, pretty much everything you can do to increase your wealth, your net worth. Today we're going to be talking about how to build wealth with a low income. So the main way you can do that is, first you're going to want to start. You want to figure out your budget. You want to figure out how much money you make. I have a video on that. I'll throw a link in the description. So you're going to want to figure out exactly how much you make. And then you're going to want to find things that are unnecessary spends, right? So for me personally, I talked about it in the video, an unnecessary spend for me was coffee. I don't need to go to Dunkin's for coffee. I can make it at home. And that cuts out and saves a ton of money every month. So just by doing that, I can save an extra, 60 to 80 bucks a month, right? So that alone starts saving you money now, right? You take those extra funds and you put them right towards debt, especially, you're going to start with your credit card debt, your high interest. Anything that's really high interest, 24, 25%, pay that stuff off immediately, as fast as you can. That's your main focus. Pay that off. Even vehicle loans can be quite high. Try to pay those down, get rid of them. I mean, that's my next big move, is for me to get rid of my vehicle loans. Just getting rid of my vehicle loans and being able to lower my insurance from full coverage to not full coverage, that's going to save me about $700 a month. So that's huge, just by getting rid of the vehicle loans, getting rid of those payments, right? So then that extra money, right, that you're saving money on things, you're paying down your debt, so now that extra money is starting to accumulate, right? You're going to take that extra money, you're going to want to start investing that into something, and preferably something not a bank account, not something that's going to be a low interest. I mean, if that's all you're comfortable with, then by all means, it's better than doing nothing. It's better than spending it. Personally, I would suggest an M1 Finance, something like that. Maybe Stash if you're more comfortable with that. And another thing you could do too is, as you're receiving raises through work, as you're progressing through your career, that extra money, instead of saying, I'm going to get myself something nice, I deserve this, I've worked hard. Instead of doing that, take that extra money and put it into your investing account, because that money's going to start to grow, and it's going to grow exponentially with something called compounding, right? So the sooner you start putting that money away, the better it'll be for you too. So you'll never miss the money, because if you're already living on and budgeted for the income you make, this extra money, you put it away before you even notice the difference, you're not going to notice it. You're going to be living just like you normally do, but all that extra money will be going towards your investments and starting to grow, right? So another huge one, a big one for me, because I don't really make a huge income, I mean, I make an okay or moderate income, and a big one for me is a side hustle. So I do a lot of side work, I do a lot of extra work. I have 2 jobs. That extra job, what's nice about having an extra job, and I know it might sound crazy, even if it's not as much income as your first job, the thing is, your first job pays all your bills, right? It's usually where most of it goes, which is unfortunate, but it's the case. So that second job, that extra money, it really is extra. It has nowhere to go. So even if you're making whatever, an extra $100 a week, that extra $100 a week is huge. It has nothing, no bills to be spent on. So you can put that right into investments, and you'll start to see a big difference. You'll start to see that your investments are going to grow. You're going to start seeing more and more money. And as you have more money, you're going to be motivated to find different ways to cut back. You're going to be motivated to find more ways to put money away, which is just awesome. And you start to see that, you start to feel that security of, hey, I'm growing more money. And this is something that can definitely be done on a low income. I mean, if you just do the things we're talking about here, and if you cut back on unnecessary things and put that money into something that's going to grow for you, something that's going to become an income source for you down the road, that's where you'll really start to see your wealth grow. So, I mean, I'm trying to think of other things here, but I think that's about all pretty much is what I would do, is just get rid of those debts, get rid of, pay them down one at one. What I would do is I'd pay the minimums on whatever, your ones that are the lowest, and I would focus all of your effort on the one that has the highest interest. Pay that right off. When that's gone, go to the next highest, and then the next, and the next, and the next, until you have all your debts paid off. And what's nice about that is, as you're paying them off, every single one will get easier. So it'll be one less debt you got to pay. You'll have more income to put towards it. Definitely cut back on the unnecessary things that you don't need. It'll help you just get through the paying off debt stage a lot faster. And then just take that money, when you have that money, when you get those raises, when you get extra money, Christmas comes, your birthday comes, someone throws you some money that you weren't expecting. Take that money, put it away. That way it's invested, you're not touching it, it's not in your bank account, you can't swipe the debit card, you're not going to go to the store and buy something. Right there, that alone, your wealth will start to grow, and you'll see it, and it's really going to make a big difference for you. And so just those things is what I would suggest to you. I mean, if you guys have any other questions, any other tips that you have for the ways that you've saved money or ways that you've had your wealth grow, I definitely would love and appreciate if you put those in the comments. Definitely put stuff down there. I love to read it. I like to see the community, what you guys throw back at me. And if you like the video, if you enjoy what I do, definitely think about subscribing. I really appreciate when you guys do that. So, all right, until next time.